guys, how are you? I just wanted to talk to you about the process of, sealing moisture into natural hair. Pretty much I'm going to be coming from the standpoint of understanding what exactly that means. I know being a newly natural, when I was like hearing sealing the moisture, I was like, what in the world does that mean? So I had absolutely no clue what it was, and I had to do research, and I've been reading, and, pretty much found some good sources as far as, how to do it, what to use, those kind of things. I'm going to be looking down a lot because I, prepared something. I don't want to miss any of the points that, I came across while I was reading and things like that. So understanding the process, of filling moisture into natural hair, I feel, has helped me to understand, and not understand, but as far as accomplish my goals that, I have as far as filling moisture into my hair. So what exactly, why would that be important? Well, because the structure of our hair, because it's curlier, it tends to be more porous because the cuticle is raised and not flat. Therefore, moisture, is going to be easily lost, because just like our hair takes in moisture, it can be easily lost because our hair is more porous. Also, our goal is to prevent the moisture from being lost. So how do we do that, and what do we need? Okay, in my readings we need water, moisturizers, and oil. And I'm going to go through each category and talk about why each one is important, because I have bullet points. So the first one is water. In all the reading I read that water is the ultimate moisturizer. We drink it, as far as keeping our body hydrated, because, majority of our body is made up of water, and in order to stay hydrated, we need to continue to drink water and continue to take fluids in our body in order to stay hydrated. So it's not the enemy, unlike what we learned, while we had chemically processed hair, or just growing up, that water was the enemy. You have to stay away from it. Water is our friend. So that was the first thing. It has been identified as like the best moisturizer for our hair. And of course, because it's the best moisturizer, the best hydrator for our body is water. Water has been, also, helps with elasticity and pretty much the ability to have our hair stretch. So those are the things as far as water, and the first thing we need as far as understanding sealing and moisture. So that's water. Moisturizers. Since, water has been, identified as like the best moisturizer for our hair, to hydrate our hair, it would be, appropriate, or most appropriate, to have our moisturizers be water-based. So that's more moisture that we're taking in. Moisturizers are going to come from our conditioners, creams, and, moisturizing sprays. I use, pretty much leave-in kinky curling conditioner as far as my hair. I use, sometimes I just purchase the curls from the Curls line, the daily moisturizing spray, which is like a liquid. It's a thicker consistency, but I do like it. And I also use Shea Moisture as far as the cream, because it has the base of shea butter, and if we all know, shea butter is like a great, moisturizer as far as our hair. It helps with, conditioning the scalp, all kind of great things filled with vitamins A, E, and D. So those are the, moisturizers as far as some of the things that I have been using. Also, we can draw, from the conclusion of the water-based moisturizers is that it will deeply penetrate our hair strand for the moisture. So we have the water, and then we have the moisturizer to deeply penetrate our hair strand, which is needed. Also, some people identify petroleum, mineral oil, lanolin as great forms of moisture. That's not true. Mineral oil and petroleum are actually sealants, and lanolin is pretty much a cheap oil from what I've been reading. So those are not great moisturizers. Anything like in the petroleum family, those are not great moisturizers. As far as, that goes, that's, what I found as far as that is that mineral oils and petroleum were pretty much sealants. And I found that off of, you know, reading. I actually found that off of The Science of Black Hair, pretty much off of that website. So, you know, it was said that those were sealants, which makes sense because, you know, with mineral oils and petroleum, you know, which is, you know, petroleum families, that pretty much comes from that. It's like derivatives, and it's, you know, fills out moisture, and it fills, you know, your hair from moisture. So that's my understanding as far as it. So I can understand why that would be, you know, as far as classified as sealants. So that, I just wanted to let you guys know where I got that information from, just in case. And I'll put like where I like did all my reading and stuff from at the end of the video, or at the bottom of the video. And the last thing is the oils. So we know that we have to finally seal in. Oil is the last step that what we would need in order to seal our hair, from my understanding, is because the molecular structure of the oil is too large to be absorbed with our hair, or with our hair, as far as drawing things in. So that's why the oil is last. If we use, again, off the Science of Black Hair website, my understanding was that if we use the oil before we use the moisturizer, we're actually putting a coating on our hair, and it's not going to be able to absorb any moisturizer that we put on it, which makes sense that you would have to put on moisturizer first to be absorbed into the hair, and then put the oil to seal our hair in. So the oil pretty much seals the deal, and ta-da, seals in moisture. And it also, you know, kind of think of it as plugging in the gaps is how I kind of thought about it. It's just something that's porous like a sponge. You would want to plug it in to kind of stop it from leaking out. So that's the way that it made sense, and I conceptualized that final step as far as the process. Also, you know, anything as far as the moisturizers, we already talked about, you know, the petroleum and the mineral oils, how they're actually sealants and how they're not moisturizers. And also, pretty much the use of humectants. Normally, after I saw, you know, with the process of after the process of sealing moisture into my hair, using those three steps, using waters, moisturizers, and then the oil, I noticed throughout the day I would have to use a humectant. And pretty much what the humectant is to draw moisture to your hair, to keep, you know, important, you know, moisture from leaving your hair, hence dryness, and dryness equals breakage. So my pretty much humectant that I mix together, I know a lot of people use water, vegetable glycerin, and you know, fragrance oils, and they use that mixture throughout the day. I know I use organic honey, water, and vitamin E. The water, of course, because we know it's a hydrator. The honey, because it is a natural humectant, so it pulls, you know, moisture out of the air to your hair. And then finally the vitamin E, because it's a protectant and it protects your hair. So that's, you know, what I pretty much use throughout the day. So that's my understanding of the whole process. Like I said, again, all the things that I read and stuff like that, I'm going to put it, you know, at the bottom of the video, because I found a lot of great reading things. And like I always say in my other videos, do your own research, do your own reading, because there's a lot of things that, you know, I've read out there, and, you know, I'm very picky to begin with as far as what I put in my hair, because I do know how to take care of my hair. It wasn't that great to my hair when I had my relaxer, because I'm like, shut, my hair is long, it'll grow. So I never reached, you know, maximum growth with my hair. But as far as filling in moisture, because I hate my hair with that dry, brittle feeling, and something that, you know, I noticed immediately once I did my big chop is that, you know, my hair gets like really dry. So, you know, I know throughout the day I don't want to have to, because I was having to, you know, re-wet my hair and co-wash my hair every day. which I got tired of. And like I said, you know, one thing that is going to be a staple in my regimen, you know, at least while my hair is this slim, is, you know, pretty much the kinky curler, because I know that's the easiest thing. It'll last about 2-3 days I can get out of it before I have to rewash it and, you know, condition it and, you know, restyle it. So that's going to be my regimen for now and into the colder months and into the winter. So I hope that helps, and down below you're going to see like all the different reading things that I pull my information from, as far as so you can read, and you know, anything that you know you don't agree with, those kind of things, or either you can read and draw your own conclusions, which I suggest. I'm not a professional, but you know, these are just some things that I've been picking up along the way. So hopefully this helps. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, because I'm going to be continuing to do like newly natural things. And as far as educational segments until my hair grows out and I can really style it the way I want to. So take care. Thanks for watching, and love you. See you guys later. Bye.